All right, so the smoke is clearing from all these NBA offseason moves. The Rockets are building around KD. The Bucks pulled off some moves to keep Giannis happy or unhappy, depending on who you ask. And the Nuggets just got deeper. Whose off seasons did you like the most, and whose did you like the least?
Like the least is the Pelicans, because they traded away next year's pick. I just hate it so much. Here are the teams who I really do like what they did this offseason. I like what the Knicks were able to do with limited flexibility, and I like Mike Brown as a coach. So I like what they did. I like the Magic adding Desmond Bane and saying, screw it, we're going to go for it. So I like what they did. I thought the Heat basically manifesting Norman Powell on the team without giving up anything of significant value was a Pat Riley masterstroke. So I like what they did. I love the Hawks offseason. From the player acquisition to most notably getting that extra pick from New Orleans, I think the Hawks really positioned themselves quite well. I love what Denver did. Love it, especially now that Valanciunas is coming over. And they guaranteed a second year, I guess, so now he's going to come over. So I really like what Denver did, and I obviously love what Houston did in adding Durant, and I thought not overpaying for him at all and keeping the full flexibility. The Milwaukee thing we've talked about a bit and is interesting, but Giannis was on a stream with one of my new friends, I Show Speed. Do they just call him Speedy? Or do they just call him Speed?
Speedy.
I know. What?
I think,
what?
yes.
Were you laughing at me?
They call him
Speed?
Speedy, yeah. No, it's from Daddy Daycare.
What? Do they not call him Speedy? Am I corny for that? You can laugh at me. I don't know.
Low key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fine. I don't know.
I'm honestly
I'm
like
40
a little
years old.
ashamed that I know like what they're calling him, but yeah, it's Speedy.
Great dude. I really,
I think he's
spent a
one
little
of the
time
good
with him.
streamers.
Yeah, him and Kai. I spent a little time with Kai as well. And hold on. I don't want to leave this other kid out. And I want to get his name right because I kept getting it wrong. And so I spent time with him, Kai, and Ty Lil.
Ty Lil, yeah.
And they were all super dope. Kai in particular. But regardless, Giannis is doing a stream with Speed, like as we speak, in Greece. And the producers have said I need to listen to this SOT where he said he'll probably stay in Milwaukee. They said I need to listen to it and judge it from there. So let's do it.
So you staying in Milwaukee?
Probably. We'll see. See. Probably. I love Milwaukee.
I don't think Giannis was ready for that question. I'll be honest. Credit to Speed for being like, let me just throw it at you. And that was like real. That's a real something I'm bad at. If you're like interviewing someone, just quick to the point questions, not over talking. The way a lot of people would do that is give him a lot of time to know it's coming in your long-winded setup. Be like, well, Giannis, there's been a lot of speculation, about your future. Milwaukee made some moves this offseason. They, waived and stretched Damian Lillard. They brought in Myles Turner. Do you think you've done enough to compete for a championship? And will you be a Milwaukee Buck next year? That gives him all the time to credit to Speed for just being like, so you say in Milwaukee?
He doesn't.
Yeah,
he's also not in the media like that. I mean, he's obviously
correct.
Like not sports. Yeah, exactly. He's just shooting.
Which I think probably worked in his favor. Before we get to the Joe Burrow thing, the producers tell me Anna Sabalenka just lost. So American Amanda Anisimova, will play in the Wimbledon finals. And I saw that earlier, and then I laughed because I have buddy, I don't want to say who it is because I don't know. I don't want to put his business out there, but someone you guys would know who texted me yesterday. So I need some advice. I parlayed Sabalenka with three of the 4 remaining semifinalists to win it all. So this is what he wrote. If I cash out all of my bets, the pay on the cash out for all of the bets is $4,800. He's like, but if Sabalenka wins and Joker wins, I win 11,000, and Sinner wins, I win 6,000, and Alcaraz wins, I win 10,000. So he's texting me to ask me if he should cash out. Cash out and guarantee $5,000 basically, which is a hedge against Sabalenka losing. But if Sabalenka wins, he was almost guaranteed, 6 to 11,000. And I text back, you know what I'm going to say? Let that ride. And he writes back, but if Sabalenka loses, I lose all the bets. And I'm up right now. I can lock in being up a lot. And I wrote back, cashing out is for cowards. And Sabalenka lost an hour ago. Well, listen. I mean, you win some, you lose some. You don't cash out bets. They don't offer you the cash out because it's what's smart for you. I stand by the advice. I feel badly about it though. I'm about to send him the yikes emoji. Hold on.
I mean,
I don't know if he's going to be in the mood for it, but I'm going to text him the yikes emoji. Annoying. There we go. He then wrote in reply to me saying, let it ride. This is what my heart says, but Sabalenka was in deep bleep the last 2 matches. LOL. Well, don't listen to me. What do you want from me? All right, let's do Joe Burrow real quick and then move on.
So we saw Spags call Burrow the second best quarterback in the NFL on season 2 of quarterback. That was back in September. And then obviously there's been a quarterback since then that has beaten Mahomes on the biggest stage possible. Mind you, Burrow didn't even make the playoffs last year. Has Burrow lost his crown as being the biggest threat to Mahomes?
I do think that right now the second best quarterback in football is Josh Allen. And I think that you'll like this take, DeMonte. I think. I said on the show the other day that even if this wouldn't be my personal rankings, because what you hear all the time is, because Randy Moss sent out a tweet that was like the top 4 is Mahomes, Josh, Lamar, and Joe. Who's number 5? And that seems to be everybody's top 4, those 4 guys. And what I said on the show was, if we are going to be fair, I think that it has to be at this point either like a locked in top 3 that Burrow is not a part of, or a locked in top 5 that Burrow and Hurts are a part of. Because the Patrick, Josh, Lamar, if they're healthy, and even if they're both, Josh and Patrick are always healthy, and Lamar has been healthy the last couple of years. Their teams are in the playoffs every year. They've won at least one in Josh's case, and multiple in Patrick and Lamar's case, league MVPs. They're the best 3 quarterbacks in football. If we are going to put Joe Burrow in that tier based on the fact that he has these unbelievable numbers and he once beat Patrick in the playoffs, then the counter to that is, well, then the other guy who beat Patrick in the playoffs who's active, who doesn't have these unbelievable numbers, but has this unstoppable play, and whose team he's always available and his team wins, that's the flip side to the Joe Burrow coin, where Joe lacks in team success, Jalen lacks in individual, raw passing numbers. So I think the top 3 quarterbacks is what should be locked at this point in Patrick 1, Josh 2, Lamar 3, and then we can argue after. But if you are saying that the top 4 it's just not fair to say Joe belongs in that group with those other guys, but Jalen doesn't when he's made the playoffs twice in his career. And so I disagree with Spags at this moment. Now, I think here's what I would question about Spags in that moment from quarterback. Did he say the same thing to Josh Allen after the conference championship game? Is that kind of his go-to line? With like, did he walk off field like, "Hey man, aside from our guy, you're the best"?
Exactly. Like, better than Mahomes.
I am a little curious about that. But also, like, Josh stock rose based on this year because he won a league MVP. People thought the Bills weren't going to be great, and I believed in the Bills, but other people didn't. They made it. They beat Lamar. They won a conference championship game. They got to a conference championship. So,
don't you think after this next year, it'll be very easy to power rank these quarterbacks? Like right now, I think it's a little difficult given how the past few years have gone. But after next year, I feel like it'll be a lot more clear. Like, will Jalen Hurts repeat? What happens with Patrick Mahomes? Joe Burrow, if you don't make the playoffs again, like, you're definitely not there. What's Josh Allen going to do?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there are scenarios where it becomes easier. There's also scenarios where it becomes way messier. You know what I mean? Like that Jaden has a monster individual year. Numbers like he did last year, but the defense isn't as good. Jalen has a great, I'm just painting a weird scenario. They open up the offense and Jalen Hurts actually puts up crazy good numbers, but they lose their first playoff game.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Burrow puts up the exact year he had last year. It's a carbon copy year. The offense is one of the best in football. He's unbelievable. He has all these great numbers. The team wins 9 games. The defense is terrible. There are things that could make it complicated.